Every day you feel like you're walking onto the set of Indiana Jones. I mean, there's thousands of extras, there's costumes made in Rome, handmade, and everyone looks incredible. The scene we shot in the church was singly one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, movie or not. Now, I'm totally used to, when making a movie, turning up on set and finding it incredibly underwhelming, because they either do everything special effects or they cheat everything so that, you know, it looks great, but really everything else is nothing. Well, you know, they spared no expense on this. I mean, Steve had a playground to shoot in that was so beautiful. And I mean, lucky he had Alan Davio to be able to capture it, because it was that big, you know.
He's somebody that you totally believe would, you know, be enduringly around saving the day for a long time. He's strong and he's fit and he has good humor, and he's not, you know, he doesn't give off a sense of kind of arrogance or vanity, and yet he's extremely cute as well. So he's just kind of got everything that you really want, like a traditional, kind of in the best sort of old-fashioned sense, leading man to have.
Kate actually is incredibly strong and physical, and she'll tell you otherwise. You know, she'll maintain that she's very sort of delicate English rose, and she's strong and tough. And she did some things that, there was one shot where I run and grab onto her legs, and we're being flown by one of Dracula's brides, one of the vampires. We're being taken off, and then the bride drops us, and we both fall to the ground, and her knees, she lands right on top of me. And when we did it, Kate said, "Oh, I'd like to see the double do it." And I said, "Well, I'll do it with the double so you can see." And so away they went, and we landed, and the double landed right on my shoulder. I was like, oh. And all of a sudden I realized, I said, when you're dropping 50 feet, it's not much between the face and getting an old knee and, you know. And I hadn't done any stunts with Kate, and I said, "Kate, how do you feel about it?" She said, "Yeah, it looks all right." We did 3 takes. She stuck everyone perfectly, even better than a double. I mean, she's really is pretty amazing.
They're a little jealous. Yeah, I think that there's a nice mix with the 3 actresses that we have playing the brides, because, you know, we have kind of a really bitchy one and a really worldly one and a kind of crazy one, and, you know, and yet they all want to be #1 with Dracula. So when he starts to get interested in biting me, you know, it's kind of worse than high school.
Steve starts with story. He'll tell you that himself. He starts with story. He makes the story and the action and everything so tight and interesting, and then he fleshes out the characters. And he totally trusts his actors. So, you know, Steve's probably given me more credit than he should, because he's a very generous man. But he always let all the actors come to the party with different ideas, and, you know, that's why and I'm sure every other actor who worked with him will drop everything to work with him again. I wouldn't. I mean, he's an actor's director, and he's also incredibly gifted with this kind of genre. There's not many people around who can do action like Steve does, action adventures. And then, you know, he allows his actors to invest it with this emotion, so that the romance and the characters and the relationships become very important.
It was amazing. The costumes were just fantastic, and you know, they're not necessarily entirely practical, because I had to do a lot of running around in rather high spindly heels and corsets, and, you know, swim in a massive ball gown and all that stuff. So I always think if a woman gets through an action movie, she's way tougher than the boys are, because they tend to get sneakers and pants.
Hugh Jackman, Kate Beckinsale.
How do I kill him?
No one knows how to kill Dracula.
If you're late, run like hell. Don't be late.
Van Helsing, a film by Stephen Sommers.